So, today we're going to talk about how you get your partner's support when you're launching your dream business. Okay, today we're going to talk about the biggest issue that so many female entrepreneurs have. And that issue is, how do you get your partner's support for your business? And I'm talking about how you get your partner on board emotionally for your business. So many times I hear people say, my partner thinks of my business as a hobby. Ouch. Or it stresses me out when I have to talk with him about how much money I'm going to have to invest in this particular thing that's going to move my business along. I hate having to talk to my partner about that. Or my partner's always asking me when I'm going to get a full-time job so that I can have a steady paycheck. Or another one, which I just finished a post about and I'll link to below, is what do I do when I don't have anyone to celebrate my successes with, right? Because they'll try to celebrate with their partner and he's kind of like, yeah, that's cool, but what are we going to have for dinner? Like, he doesn't really get what you're doing. So today what we're going to talk about are the concrete strategies. How do you get your partner on board to support your business? And there are 3 things that I'm going to share with you. The first thing is, I want you to know and to really understand that men are visual. They are not as verbal in the same way that we are. So, and I know that this is a generalization. I understand some people aren't cool with this. I'm telling you this as a wife, as a mother, as a coach, as a woman. I'm just telling you, men and women are different. So get on board, because that's true. So that's just what it is. We respond to things differently. We process information differently. We have different preferences. We're just different. So one of the ways that we're different is that men believe what they see and women can believe what they hear. So what you need to do with your partner is show him what success in your business looks like. Share your vision with him. Tell him specifically what it's going to mean for your lives when your business is more successful, so that he can get on board with that. And show him those different ways in your life that are going to change. Like, show him things. So you can say things like, you can show him, okay, you can show him some of your bills and go, see this bill? We're not going to have it anymore. And they'll be like, oh, that's a real change that's going to happen. Okay. But they need to see it demonstrated. And so that's one thing. Get them on board with the vision of what it's going to look like. The second thing is to get other women to help you with this, because what you really need to do is connect to other women who are also entrepreneurs, who are married to partners or in successful relationships with partners that are the same as your situation. And you want to spend time with them and let your partner see the visual example of their relationship as an example of where you can go, how good your relationship can be. And they'll have conversations with, this person's husband, and they'll talk about, what it's like to have a strong, successful entrepreneur wife, and how that's changed their lives when the wife's business took off, and all of those different things. And rather than just hearing it from you, it will have such a different impact to hear it from the husbands of these other women. So it's another reason why it's a good idea for you to connect with a mastermind group and start to go to different events and get in touch with these ladies, so that you can invite them to your home, or you can go out to dinner with them and give your partner a chance to talk to their partner and see what that's like, so that he can have a very clear example of what it's like to be married to someone who is a successful entrepreneur, which is where you're going. So those are 2 things that would be really helpful for you. The last thing to keep in mind is everyone has a different personality type. So everyone likes to be communicated with differently. And there are 4 main personality types. I'll link that information below about the different personality types. But the main thing that you need to know is, If he is the type of person who needs to be communicated with by seeing examples of what you're talking about, then it's not going to be helpful for you to just keep talking in generalizations. Okay, so there are 4 different personality types, and I'll just give you a brief run through of who they are and what they like. The first personality type is the air element. They're very much about ideas and abstract concepts. They are masters of a certain area of knowledge. If you want to talk to an air element, you need to talk to them about what it is that you hope to achieve, and you need to help them see why it would make sense to do that thing. Air elements are very much about the big picture. So if your partner is an air element, you want to talk to them about the big picture. The second type of personality is called the earth element. The earth element is very much grounded. They're very much about tasks and about details and about to-do lists, doing things in order, having a structure, and following through. They're not about the big picture. They're about the day-to-day and the tasks. The way that you can communicate with your partner, if your partner is an earth element and you're trying to get their support for your business, they want to see concrete things. Show them your to-do list. Show them so they can see what's on your plate. Show them your calendar so that they can see all of the things that you're doing. Because sometimes that's the only way that you can communicate clearly with them in a way that they understand. Third personality type, water element. The water element is all about rapport. They're about connection. They're about relationships. They are about potential and developing potential in other people. If your partner is a water element, you most likely are not having a problem getting their support because they are very much about nurturing potential in other people. If your partner is the last personality type, which is the fire element, they want things to be fun. They're very dynamic. They're very interested in change. They are comfortable with change. They are comfortable with competition, and they, above all, want everything to be fun, like I said. So if you're communicating with the fire element, think fun. How can I communicate this in a way that's the most fun? Or think of it as they're really, if you say to them, I'm going to be the best whatever it is that you are out there, and I'm going to just totally annihilate my competition. If you're coming from that frame of mind, then they're just going to be so behind you because they have such a fighting spirit, and they will really honor that in you. So those are the 4 main personality types. And that's how you need to communicate with them if your partner is one of those personality types so that you can help get him on board. So just to recap what we talked about, the best ways to get your partner on board, number 1, you're going to want to talk to them about, number 1, you don't want to just talk to them. You want to show them the vision of what is possible. You want to show them, this is what I'm working towards. This is what our life is going to be like when I'm a successful entrepreneur. Okay. Number 2, you are going to want to surround yourself with other couples where the woman is a successful entrepreneur, so that it gives your partner a chance to talk to the male in those couples and find out what that's like. Because it's sexy. It's sexy to be with a female entrepreneur. We're strong, we're powerful, we're confident people. And so they're going to talk to that person's partner and they're going to hear how cool that is. So that's a good thing for you. And then the last thing is really tune in to who your partner is. What is their personality type? And talk to them the way that they need to be spoken to, not the way that you want to communicate, the way that it's most comfortable for you. We default to what's most comfortable to us, but you've got to meet them where they are. So that's what I've got for you today. And what I would really like for you to do is let me know if you have other strategies that work really well for you for getting your partner support. And I'd love to hear those in the comments below. So if we're not connected already, please go ahead and connect with me over at my website at www.carissamontooth.com. And I'm looking forward to catching up with you again soon. Take care.